I guessed that you would be the only one who would dare to come here. You've got courage.
Yo, 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 the Getcho podcast crew is in the building. That's right. We back. This your homie Just. And of course, I got my homie Garn. Ain't nothing but the G thing. Google
OG
Garn.
thing, baby. OG thing. OG.
OG. That's right. Of course, we had our Pornhub producer, Poppy, in the building, right?
Yo, yo,
Chi-Town's
yo.
finest.
Yo, what's up? Can I get a oh yeah?
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, what's up, guys? We're back like Baby Bash and Akon, man.
Come on, you already know the vibes. You already know the vibes.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute. You
It,
know
it,
when we
it's
take a
been
break.
listen. It's like what's his name? I don't know the guy who's saying it, but it's been a while. You know.
Shout out to Justin. He came just in time for the
That's
start
right.
of the
That's right.
episode.
Just
Shout outs.
right,
Pun
Mister
intended.
Every Day,
Fun.
Mister Every Night.
Yeah. Shout out to the Redeemer. Shout out to the fam over here at Circle Debate Network for hosting us.
You know what? I think we need a new nickname for him. Remember Craig David, y'all?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
7
remember he had that
days.
song Monday, do a watch along on Tuesday, we'll be doing watch along on Wednesday, Thursday and Friday and Saturday, chill on Sunday.
We call it 7 days? Are we
7
calling him 7
days.
days?
We'll call him
seven
Justin
days.
Craig David 7 days.
Okay. That's a mouthful, but we can make it work. We can
Oh,
make it work.
oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah.
Guys, okay. Of course, we gotta start this off the way we only know how because there's a lot of shit that we missed. There's a lot of shit that we could talk about. What's good to you, guys? What type of wrestling fan have you been since the year started? You know what I'm saying? Let us know.
Hmm.
I'll kick things off. I'll keep it sweet and short and simple. And I've been a Netflix and chill kind of wrestling fan because ever since Raw on Netflix, I've been just chilling, relaxing. I like the little countdown that they do. Like if you hop on like Netflix, like 30 minutes, 20 minutes before Raw goes live, they do a little countdown with like the fans. You see the crowd, and it's nice. It's kind of like when people get ready to watch us, in the live stream. Like to see the little countdown or whatnot, or you getting ready to watch the Circle of Debate Network show on the weekly. Like you get the little countdown feel. Raw, the first episode, was 3 hours, but the last 2 weeks have been like 2.5 hours, and that just kind of feels like almost like the perfect time slot, Like you get almost everything, you don't overstay your welcome, and because of the time slot, you don't know for sure if it's going to end at 2:30, 2:35, 2:34, like they have a little bit more wiggle room, so the main events, the finishes of it aren't as predictable, so you don't know when the finish is actually coming. So I like not knowing when I'm going to finish and just being surprised when I get there. So shout out to Netflix and Raw.
Hey, I'm pretty sure you're not the only one that's surprised. They get surprised too. It's a two-way street. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking about being surprised, we're not surprised. OPC out here in the chat showing support. We appreciate you, Ivan. We appreciate
Ivan. Appreciate you, Hermano. No, I can see that, man. What about you, Garn?
I will say I'm a beta fan. I'm going to explain beta because
Beta,
we're
not
clearly
meta, right?
It's more beta, to be honest, because we're testing things out here.
Okay.
They're definitely testing things out in terms of format. They're testing out the distribution of talent because obviously you could tell from day one to day now. Obviously, you don't see like people being overplayed or overused now. Mm-hmm. So they're trying to figure out like a good rhythm that will allow us to keep our attention, yet implement all their talent, without, draining them or putting them in constant injuries. Because back then, obviously, you have wrestling every week with the same people, and obviously their bodies will get beat up really bad and whatnot. So they're clearly trying something where they're going to try to give guys a break here and there at least, and then save and then have their careers elongated, I guess. And they're testing it out right now because this is the first time you really think about it. You really haven't seen like a true other than maybe like Seth Rollins, I think, is the only one who kind of had a back-to-back day. But I have a feeling he will have like a kind of a break day next week. And then
probably.
Punk was has been, even though he was presented, he was not fighting.
Yeah.
Same thing with Damian Priest. Same with parts of Judgment Day. So they're
damage
testing
control
something
the
out.
first time.
Yeah,
Damage
they're
control
testing
the
things
first
out.
time.
I'm going along with this test. I'm trying to see.
Okay.
I'm gauging how this format's going to turn out. So
I guess you could say you're a taste tester kind of wrestling fan too.
kind of in a way, but imagine if I'm playing a new beta.
I love
game.
it. I love it. That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
Going back to the chat real quick before we pivot to you, homie. Shout out to Marks with Mics, JT in the chat.
JT, the homie.
Polter Clash,
the homie.
But yeah, Justin, what about you, homie? What kind of wrestling fan have you?
I think we all can relate, right? Because we all been to the the flea markets, aka the swamp meat, right? Aka the bargain deals, whatever you want to call it, right? That's the way I've been feeling the past couple months with wrestling because when you go to these flea markets and everything like that, everyone thinks that it's just junk, but then people are kind of use it to sell their own businesses, right? Because it's a cheap way to be a vendor. So you might be ahead of the curve. That's the way I felt when I was watching like Wrestle Kingdom. It's like, oh shit, like this is something I didn't think was gonna be good, but then it ended up being better than what I thought. Shout out to Maya Tawani and AZM. And then Wrestle Dynasty, that's another one. I was kind of like, okay, this could be also too. And then that ended up being better than Wrestle Kingdom. A lot of the matches on there, I thought they were really good. Gabe Kidd versus Will Ospreay, I'm saying I thought it was pretty good, right? The Bucks had a tag team match in there as well. But seeing everything on Netflix and seeing everything on that's going on in the independent scene, it's just like you just at a flea market, right? You didn't know that they're selling organic fruits right over there, and then socks over here. You didn't know that you're going to be finding your spare parts for the lawnmower.
Yeah.
And then finding the new clothing brand on the other side,
Yeah, man. Hell yeah. I'm with you, man. Shout out for sure.
Shout out
shout out to Parabon Jutsu in the chat. I'm assuming that's Dom. Shout out to Dom.
Shout out to Dom. Lee Malenko. That's
Lean Malenko, man. I
Man of
love his
bricks.
Lee Malenko. Nice.
I love that. He's bricked up for sure.
1,001 ways to lean.
Okay, well, let us know what kind of wrestling fans you guys been in the chat down below. If you guys want to be active, we'll read them out like as we go along with the show. But
yes. But real quick, that was the wrestling fan we were for this up until now. We have a lot to talk about. Okay, we're gonna go through the span of everything that's been going on, right? So we won't go in a specific order. We'll just go by what we have been caught up till now, right? So like, we'll give our since me and Garn, I know Vince, you may have been able to unleash some of your opinions on the newly Raw. But Garn, Raw Netflix, man, winner losers.
Oh, are we talking about from the beginning or just
from
overall
day one when it started?
Like the first 3 episodes so far
the first 3 episodes
as a whole.
I would say winner is that drone that keeps flying around. That is,
I like it too.
I have to admit, it's pretty cool. Just to have it fly around, as long as it's not messing around with production as much. It's just a cool something different for capturing the fans. I don't know about capturing action, unless I'm more intrigued if they use it more when there's more wrestling in the crowds.
Yeah.
It might be a better camera angle for it, but it's going to be highly unlikely because that's definitely a hazard of some sort.
Right,
But
right.
I would say just the camera alone, and the CGI visuals on
Yeah,
it
for sure.
overall, like top notch in
I mean,
quality.
we've gotten moving graphics again for the matchup cards on Raw at
Hmm.
least, like which is cool
Mhm.
to see. So I like
It's a
that as
it's
well.
a it's a little bit of a throwback. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Yeah,
shout out, shout
Shout
out.
out, shout
We
out
love
to
a
the
good
original
throwback.
Suggestion era. Yeah.
Hell yeah,
For
hell
you know
yeah.
what? Okay, the drone shots. Okay, I want to give this person its flowers because I don't think a lot of people recognize that this person was ahead of the game. Vanguard won, right? The first drone
Yeah, in
to be
wrestling.
introduced into wrestling. Matt Hardy, you deserve your flowers, man.
All
You know what I'm
right, all
saying?
right.
Because you're the one that first brought a drone into the wrestling community TV
Mm-hmm.
production, right? Now, without you knowing that you contributed, you know?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Okay, okay. Uh, all right, all right. My turn.
Yeah, go
go
for it,
ahead
go
for
for
that.
it.
All right, so I'm gonna do a big winner, and obviously, as you can see from what I'm rocking right now, big winner
Mm,
is Cero Miedo
come
Penta.
on.
His successful debut last week on Raw, 2 weeks in a row now this week against Pete Dunne. Two phenomenal matches. He's done a great job of being presented as a star. His presentation is selling in the ring. He's legit selling like injuries. I
Yeah.
thought I don't know if he legit got hurt, like his arm got injured in that Tope Suicida. But if he didn't, he sold me, man. Like I was on the edge of
Hmm.
my seat.
Mm,
The dude's so hot. They're presenting him as a top star. I could see him in that mid card title scene right now, and then I could see him in that title picture down the line. I'm so excited. I gotta do like a top 10 like Cero Miedo matchups for Penta now that he's in WWE.
ooh,
Uh,
ooh.
so cheap
Ooh.
plug. I gotta check that out for sure. And in terms of a loser, I'm gonna give a loser to TNA because they signed the Crimson Chin Tessa Blanchard back on the roster. No one's happy about it. Jordan Grace ain't happy about it. She
Nope.
completely like no sold her like on
Yup.
her way out. So
She didn't do
look,
her any favors, no favors at
no,
all.
no favors on the way out whatsoever. Look, whatever, man. You do what you want to do. That's your business decision. That's not my company to run. I just don't think in 2025 or 2024 it was the right move to bring in Tessa Blanchard to your company. But that's just me. But yeah, shout
Hey,
out to Penta, winner. TNA, you a loser.
yeah,
Can
you know
I?
what?
Yeah.
I'm with. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I was gonna add to a loser. I forgot to mention my
Go ahead.
loser. This kind of corresponds with Penta in a way, but my loser is
Uh-huh.
technically Dragon Lee because Penta took all the
Yes.
all the push from Dragon Lee.
Oh my god! You know that meme of that dude that's with his girl and then he turns back and
Oh
he's
yeah.
looking at the other
Yeah.
one. Someone
Yep.
did that with Dragon Lee and Penta. I gotta
Yep.
find that. If I can find that before the show ends, I'll add that. I'll add it
Hell
to the
Yep.
no.
stream.
So
Hell
I'm like,
no.
oh, yes, it's great that Penta's getting pushed, but then I'm like, he is stepping on top of Dragon Lee right now because that was Dragon Lee's push.
Well, to
Jesus.
to be fair, Pentagon is a way more popular,
True,
wrestler
100%,
overall.
100%.
Overall,
It's just
but I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Like all the glitz and the glamour that just like the great Dolph Ziggler once said, that should have been me. That should have been me. Shout out to him
Uh,
too for having a dope match, right? Because this is my segue into a winner. We
okay.
finally have Joe, right? We finally
Joe
have
Hendry.
yeah,
what's his name? He's finally the TNA
TNA.
champion. You're saying Joe
Yeah.
Henry.
Mhm.
It's crazy because like a lot of people were tweeting the same thing. It's about damn time. I tweeted it
Hmm.
too. The LeBron James quote. Um, it's good that he finally got his due. Was there shenanigans involved? Yeah, it was cool to see JBL, but overall, I thought it was a good match, a good way to start 2025 with them. I do find it a little bit of sus though
Hmm.
that three of the company's different promotions all have the same type of champion. White dude with blonde hair. Zack
Yeah,
Sabre Jr., white dude
yeah,
with blonde hair.
yeah.
Joe Henry, white dude with blonde hair. Cody, white dude with blonde hair. And is that kind of suspicious that our president of the United States is
Oh
also
God.
a white
Oh
dude
my
with blonde hair? I mean, I'm
god!
just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
All
I'm
the
just saying. I'm just
faces.
saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Okay, okay. I like the
Uh,
correlation you're making there.
I'm just, it was what did they say? A concept of an idea.
Okay, okay. Okay, okay. So I know I'm jumping the gun here. But you mentioned Joe Hendry, and that kind of goes into my next winner.
Mhm.
So I kind of want to like just pivot real quick so I don't lose that train of thought. But before I do that, shout out to Kayla. She's in the chat saying, "Hey guys, hope you're
Hey.
well. Hope you're
Yeah.
well too, Kayla. Thank you for joining the chat." Okay, so my winner are winners, and that's all the new champions in wrestling since we've been gone. So the last episode we aired live was December 18th. The War Raiders had recently just won the tag titles. But since then, we've had new NXT champions in Obafemi and Julia. So shout out to you guys. Finger snaps for you. It is now Tiffy time. She cashed in her Miss Money in the Bank. She is now the WWE Women's Champion. And another women's champion, Lyra Valkyria, is the first ever women's intercontinental champion. So shout out to her.
Mm.
Naomi is the new women's tag team champion. I can't give that honor to Bianca because she was already tag team champion, but Naomi is a champion now.
Yeah.
You mentioned Joe Henry. Shout out to him. He's the new TNA World Champion. He much deserves. Many titles Monet. She now has 4 championships. I don't know which ones they are besides the TBS championship, but she has 4 straps. So
Bro.
shout out to her.
She's like the Green Ranger when she had all the coins.
Yeah. She's like Tommy in that one Power Rangers episode when he busted out that Master Morpher and kept switching into different like Ranger modes. Oh man. Oh man. But Rhea Ripley, mommy finally got her world championship back. Some finger snaps for her. So finger snaps for all the new champions out there. And losers, I got to give it to the Wyatt Six, man. They lost to the Awesome Testament or whatever that faction with the Miz and Karen Cross is. They got moved to SmackDown in the transfer window in a throwaway segment between Karrion Kross and The Miz. They have yet to debut since they've been announced last week that they moved to SmackDown. Doesn't seem like they're doing anything with them. So as much as I love them, they got to take some L's right now. They're not really doing anything. But shout out to them. They got their merch up. They got masks up on WWE Shop now. So if you want to wear some Wyatt Six masks, go ahead. Check them out.
They got him there. They got him there.
Yeah.
You know what? I also want to include a possible champion, right? Because did you say what's her name? Mia Slamovich from TNA.
Masha Slamovich.
Masha. That's what I said. That's what I said. That's what.
Yeah.
But Chi-Town's finest, Cora Jade.
Yeah.
TNA championship. You know what I'm saying?
Would love to see that, man.
A possible,
cool.
warp drive portal situation going on there too.
For sure. Let me take a look at the chat real quick. OPC says, "Nah, he sold it very well. The man is a natural papacito." That was like 4 minutes ago, so let me know what you meant by that, Ivan.
I think
Logan James. Yeah, Logan James in the chat saying, "I'm so pop about seeing Vanessa Hudgens and Macaulay Culkin on Raw on Netflix. It's like my childhood and my teenage years all rolled into one." I agree, Logan.
She forgot to mention Topanga was there.
Yeah, Topanga.
Come on. How many virgins have you emptied? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, my boy met World for sure when I saw her. My boys met World. Not the world.
My Zac Efron, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. What's good, fam? Says World Elite Pod.
Hey, what's good with you?
Yeah. And then Justin's also saying Mercedes has the TBS championship, the New Japan Strong Championship, the Rev Pro Undisputed
Oh,
Women's
Rev
titles.
Pro. There
Okay,
you go. The
so there
Rev
we
Pro.
go. Now we got the
Yeah.
answers to the straps that Mercedes has. But yeah, I think it's Garn's turn, man. Do you got more winners and losers, bro?
Well, you said TNA was a loser because of
Yes.
the higher. I still think they're overall a winner just to
Yes.
have that multi-year deal with
Mhm.
WWE.
Oh
Yes.
The fact that
yeah.
they're going to be settled into Full Sail as well as their stadium.
Oh,
Really?
are they for
They're
real?
moving to
Yep.
Full Sail?
What?
It's been confirmed that they're going to do some shows in Full Sail.
Oh,
What?
that's so cool, man.
So they're gonna have the fan base there.
Oh
Oh yeah.
man, that's gonna be
Yeah,
cool.
The
that's gonna be
they've
so
been
dope.
smart. They've been very smart about the talent that gets moved back and forth so far.
Hmm.
I think the next step is for an actual either a TNA person winning a championship in NXT or an NXT person winning a TNA championship.
I
That's like
mean,
the next big step.
yeah, I mean, the homie Just right now is petitioning for Cora Jade, Chicago's finest, to win that
Hey.
that Knockouts championship. So
Yes,
I'm all for
and
it.
also the big thing for me with TNA,
Hmm.
with this like this multi-year deal, it doesn't for the free agents that left TNA or possibly going to WWE. They still have that connection with TNA to
Yeah,
continue storylines. That includes Jordan Grace, a Josh Alexander. Um, you have existing roster members like with Nick Nemeth, Dolph Ziggler that
yeah,
could kind of go back and forth as well. So
yeah, for sure.
it's not like the end all be all. Like you can't. It's not just like oh you're gonna be
Yeah,
stuck in one motion. You have the ability to kind of work around and work with WWE too. So it gives a lot of new opportunities out there.
for sure. I mean, going off of what Goran said, like basically saying, like, yeah, TNA going live from Full Sail February 21st. Shout out to that. So now we got a date to attach to that. Uh, Justin's also saying it's going to be awesome to see wrestling back in Full Sail. Yes, for sure.
Yes, for sure.
And then Ivan was talking about Penta in the match debut. So yeah, there we go.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
we got our answers. We got our answers.
Thank you for the assist, guys. Thank you, Bakley.
Yeah.
But Garn, man, that was dope.
Mhm.
Okay, hear me out. Okay, and I know it's early, right? I know
Yes.
it's only January 2025, right? But I have a little bit of an Austin theory here.
Okay.
So my Austin, we have to get there for the clip. My
Oh, I'm
Austin
gonna add it.
theory
I'm gonna
is
add it. I got you. I got you.
because that was on the OG. That was on the OG software. But
Yeah.
Oh man.
okay, I'm thinking that Cora Jade gets the TNA title,
Okay.
and somehow Roxanne gets the NXT title back,
Ooh. Okay.
and a
Okay.
possible, 2-woman power trip happens.
Oh, okay. I don't hate it. I
Or
don't know.
maybe or maybe the two women's go against each other. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
TNA versus the TNA Women's Champion versus the NXT Women's Champion. I'm just saying. I'm just thinking.
Good thinking outside the box. I like it, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
just don't think outside the box. I tear shit up.
Bakley said it's cool. Fraxium is defending the tag titles on Impact tomorrow. That's cool. I think it's
Oh
live.
yeah,
Is it
I heard
live?
about that. I
Yeah.
think it's live. Is it live? I think so.
Yeah. And
Wait, are
then
they defending against Jeff Hardy and the Hardys?
I'm not
I
sure who
think
they're
so.
defending. It's Googleable. It's Googleable. But Bakley
Bakley
probably
Garn.
has the answer.
One of y'all
Yeah.
two. One of y'all two.
Yeah.
Bakley
Yeah.
Garn. Go for it.
Justin, speaking of your like title changes and like conspiracy theories, Justin is also saying the Redeemer is saying hopefully there will be some title changes during the WWE TNA partnership. I think so. Bakley says it's live and it's against the Rascals, Trey Miguel and Pete Wentz.
Huh. I thought the Rascals lost against the Hardys.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
you lose against the Hardys and you get an NXT title match. That's how it works.
Listen,
Okay.
you know what I
Okay.
think the Hardys' new gimmick is when they beat you? I want them to start singing R&B songs like they did at the end of that one match. You know what I'm saying? Like every
Okay.
time they beat you, shoo da da do do do.
Oh my god. Okay, okay. Just you gave us an Austin Theory, but do you have any more
Okay.
winners and losers,
Yes,
homie?
yes, yes. And I think you can you can might feel excited about this.
Okay.
Hispanics, man.
Ooh, okay.
Latinos in
Latino
wrestling
Heat.
in WWE, man.
Yeah, okay,
How
okay.
many? I mean, a few years ago we couldn't even count, right? Like
Right.
how many superstars there are. Now there's more than a handful, right?
Mhm.
Now
Hmm.
with Penta there, Dominic, right? Ray's there, Damian
Yeah.
Priest, obviously Bad Bunny, right? And then
Hmm.
you got Roxanne Perez, right? It's still in there, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, the list is huge right now,
All
you know.
three shows have
Andrade,
Andrade. You got Legado de Fantasma. The rest of
right?
LWO.
Bailey,
Bailey counts. Bailey counts.
yeah.
Stephanie Vaquer down in
Stephanie
NXT.
Vaquer is
Yeah.
also in there
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I mean,
Lola
that
Vice.
that just goes to see that, like, man, you see like how many people have walked through the WWE door in the last like couple years.
Yeah.
It's
Dragon
amazing,
Lee.
you know.
Dragon Lee says Justin.
Dragon Lee.
Yeah.
Ah!
uh Hey, Pence, Ray Phoenix, whenever he gets out of his AW,
Whenever he gets locked out, like
yeah,
Akon,
whenever
whenever
he
he
gets
gets.
out of his locked up, hey, shout out to TC, he's in the chat. Shout out Young Kings Wrestling,
Oh,
Yeah.
yo, shout out to the homies, shout out to the cafe.
TCF baby. Don't forget the
TCF
baby.
baby, please say the baby, man.
Baby, come on, man. From
Axiom is from Spain, but he's not Latino,
Nucky
so
Buckingham Palace right there.
yeah, there you go. I mean, look, I love Axiom. He's from Spain, but he's not Latino. Heck, you know what? Joaquin Wild is more Latino than Axiom, and
Dang,
he's
dang.
Filipino. Yeah,
Hey, come on. You already know.
yeah,
We
yeah.
have the same
Latino
food.
adjacent. Latino adjacent. We've talked about this,
We
just
talked about this.
okay. This might be my last ones, but winners and losers. It's actually the tag team divisions on the main roster. Winners are the SmackDown tag team division because almost all the teams have been highlighted. Shout out to Los Garza. The last 2 weeks have been showing
Mhm.
out, and Angel Garza is ripping off his pants again. So I love that. And then obviously Mercy Machine Guns have been a staple in that tag team division since they debuted. Pretty
Mm,
has actually been showing up on TV a lot more. I think they have a match against the Machine Guns next week as well. Street
Mhm.
Profits, they're thriving over there on SmackDown, the tag teams. But the loser are the Raw tag team division because I thought once War Raiders got those Raw tag titles off of Judgment Day, we'd actually see that division thrive. But they just still been like the extra people for Damian
mm,
Priest to fight off the Judgment Day. And then you have other tag teams like American Made and the Creed Brothers, guys in LWO, obviously the AOP, all those tag teams. The New Day had a giant heel turn,
oh,
great,
dude.
probably
Dude.
Yeah.
like segment of the year, and they still have yet to like have a direction. All they are, it's like uh, everybody's like least favorite people in the locker room, and they've been doing stuff with Rey Mysterio, but like it's just been Kofi matches. They haven't done tag team matches, so like that's kind of where I'm at. Like the Raw tag team division is losers, and then the SmackDown tag team division are winners for sure.
Okay, I feel you. I
Hundred
feel you.
percent agree on that. Yeah, they just like in the chats here. Yes, those tag teams need to be on a PLE. I
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
don't recall the last time they were on a. So they said Mania. Holy cow!
Mania was the
Yeah,
last time? Oh my gosh.
the last PLE for sure. Damn, that's
Whoa!
crazy when you think about it, for sure.
Wow, no love. There's no love for the tag teams division at all.
No, not at all.
There's more love. There's at least there's love for the women's tag team division now, but
A
uh,
little bit, yeah. A
a
little
little
bit, I would
bit.
say.
But at least with just the fact that they're bringing it, they're with NXT's roster of they actually have the well developed, like starting to develop tag teams in NXT. There's a lot of potential for that. It's just the main roster they're floundering a little bit. They still have they do have they start to have tag like they start to have like them competing a little bit more, but it's just yeah NXT they're biting at they're biting at their ankles right now because they have much more use of the talent there for tag teams.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah.
For the most part, I mean, I want to also give a winner, a huge winner, right, to Kevin Owens. This is his
Okay.
third title shot, right? His third match as a number one contender for the WWE
Hmm.
World Championship,
Mhm.
right? First one was Roman when there was nobody in the stadium, right? That stadium,
Hmm.
that street fight match, right? And then he had
Mhm.
one last year, and now he's having one again.
Yeah.
Kevin
Yeah.
Owens, Mr. Royal Rumble.
Maybe, man. Maybe,
No,
man.
no, I know. I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. No, I just-
Listen. Shawn Michaels was Mr. WrestleMania. Uh, he might be Mr. Royal Rumble. He gets title matches on the Royal Rumble.
Dude, I mean,
Yeah.
I can't think of any. What?
Shout out to Bigley. He's got the stats, man. He's like, this is Kevin Owens' sixth straight title match at the Rumble.
See,
Wow.
that's what I'm
Six
saying.
Rumble. He's Mr. Royal Rumble.
He is
He's
Mr.
Mr.
Royal
Royal
Rumble.
Mr.
Rumble.
Royal
Okay, all
Rumble.
right. There you go. Mr.
He
Royal
says
Rumble. There you
4
go.
world titles, 1 U.S. title, and 1 IC title match.
You
What's
see?
his record?
You see?
0-6.
Yeah. That might be the
Uh,
loser. That's the loser part. The winner is that he's getting these title shots.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? He's like the Buffalo Bills. You know what I'm saying? He keeps getting there, but he keeps losing. You know?
Oh my gosh! Shout out to the Bills.
After the
Going back to the tag titles, Justin says that he feels that they should have never split up the tag titles because neither of the titles have been, like you guys, like it's been mentioned, like neither of the titles have been defended on the PLE. Get those on the PLE, says Bakley for sure. But yeah, no, it's tough. It's tough. Justin saying he really feels like Owen should beat Cody at the Rumble. I don't think so.
I wouldn't be mad,
I
but
want to hit it.
I think it might be a little too soon. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
I
I think it
don't
might
know
be a little too soon.
how would they continue the story after that to
If they
WrestleMania?
were
How
right.
I mean, they could always get the title back on Cody on another Saturday night's main event or like Elimination Chamber, maybe. They could
Well,
hot
because
potato the titles, sure.
I heard the
I feel
idea that Cody supposedly might go against The Rock, and that match doesn't really need the title. So maybe that's
Okay.
uh
one way to get that match without the title, and
I
then
don't
keep it
know.
on Kevin Owens.
I'm on the fence with The Rock because like I'm not against like Rock being on Mania. If Rock's on Mania, I want him against Roman. If I
Okay,
can't, if
all
he's
right,
gonna work 2 matches, sure, do it against Cody. I think you could do Cody versus Rock for the title at SummerSlam. Honestly, like I don't think it needs to
okay.
be at WrestleMania. If we do a WrestleMania match with The Rock, I think it has to be Roman for sure. But there's so much uncertainty with Rock, and if he's gonna be there, if he's not gonna be there, and like I'm just at a point where I'm like I gotta see it to believe it. Tengo que ver para creer. Like unless I actually see the dude like in the build to WrestleMania, I won't believe he's going to be there.
I
Right,
think
I
we'll
feel you.
find out our answers once Royal Rumble. After Royal Rumble, we'll find out. Like, we definitely know what the pieces will be once they figure out the winner of Royal
Yeah,
Rumble. Then
Yeah, but
yeah,
it's The Rock though. He might show up the Monday before Mania. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And just
yes, but at least we would have a really better idea once we have we know what one of the main events will be.
yeah. So, well,
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
I think it's like not a bad idea, but I think we just still have to wait and see. We have to
Yeah,
wait and see because like don't take the title off of Cody if there's no guarantee that you're going to get Rock versus Cody. If
true.
that's what you're trying to do.
And I'm gonna put out this question to y'all and everybody in chat: do we even need The Rock? I'm gonna say
If T,
no. I'm gonna
if
say
TC,
no. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say
look,
no.
listen, if TC's still in the chat, I'm gonna say yes. We definitely need the fucking Rock. We need the Rock versus Roman. We need
Oh,
him in
you,
the
you,
main
you,
event. He's
oh
gonna
my
be
god!
there. But
Yeah,
Because
anyway,
he's there.
pandering. You're pandering.
listen, if TC's in the chat, yes, we need the Rock. Yes, we need the Rock.
Oh no!
Speaking about in the chat, I want to say shout out to Broadcast. They're in the chat saying, "What's up,
You
gentlemen?
crazy?
What's up, Broadcast? We appreciate you being
What up,
here."
bro? Cass? What up?
Bakley saying that he thinks Saturday night's main event a week before the Rumble is a shitty idea unless the tag titles are out on the PLE. I don't know, man. Like it is what it is. I just kind of treat it as like a super show of Raw and SmackDown, like an extra thing to
Yeah,
do.
Yeah,
That,
it's like the bachelor party before the wedding. You know what I'm saying?
it's
It's
this
they're
is
oh,
usually
this
okay.
called. You know.
It's
This is
it's the pregame. It's the pregame at the house before you hit the club.
There you
It's
go.
the
There you go.
but it could be the Pro Bowl before the actual Super Bowl, though. So
Well,
we don't know.
that
We don't
too. That
know.
too.
We don't know for
Ooh,
sure.
I like that. Um, you know what's funny? We were talking about all the Latinos and stuff like that, and how and what have you. I forgot this comment real quick. Way back from Justin, he said, "Queue up, locked up by Akon for poor Phoenix." We don't have the track, but we got the next best thing.
Don't let me out.
Oh man!
We also have to instead of a loser, I would have to say, on top of Phoenix is also Ricky Stark, who's also
Yes.
in AEW jail too.
Yeah.
But at least he's
Yeah.
wrestling on the Indies.
No, he's not.
Didn't he have just a
No,
match?
no,
recently?
he was supposed to, right?
He was supposed to have a match at GCW, but
No,
then they,
no. I think he was at Hog, like here in Chicago. He might
Was
have
he at
been here.
Hog?
Yeah, I think
Was
he might
he
have been. Yeah, House of Glory. I think he might have been at House of Glory.
was he?
Shout out to House of Glory that happened this past weekend. You know what I'm saying?
Shout
They
out,
had-
shout
they
out.
had a
I wasn't
good-
able
they
to
had a
go,
dope
but
show.
hey, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna give a loser, impromptu loser, real quick. I'm gonna give
Who's
a loser to Zilla Fatu for pulling out a Hog Wrestling last minute day of a couple hours before the show, and a winner to Chicago's own PWI's Indie Wrestler of the Year, Mustafa Ali, for stepping up
Ali.
and taking that spot and filling in for Zilla after he had to cancel. I'm just a little salty.
Okay,
Bakley
'cause
saying
we got the next best thing. We got the next
Yeah.
best thing. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
Shout out his finest.
Shut Bakley.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was gonna
yes,
say
Mark?
FYI, Mustafa Ali's wrestling school is about 2 miles from where I live now.
Nice.
What?
You're gonna start training, Garn?
Get that interview.
I
Get that
don't
interview.
know.
You should start.
I don't
You start
know.
interviewing. Go
If not,
over there
I'll
and get an
just
interview.
I'll train to be a ref at least or something.
Hey,
There you go.
okay,
There you go.
okay.
Hey,
and just
you know-
just leave the back door open for us, and we'll just
Yeah. We'll take the backdoor entry. Pause. Hey,
Whoa.
you know what? Shout out to She Elite Showcase. Savannah, she's doing her thing in the El Paso, Texas
Oh
wrestling
yeah,
indie
yeah,
scene.
yeah.
We
Shout
gotta
out.
pull it. We gotta pull a Shalit and send Garn to that Ali wrestling school so that he can be our Savannah and have and
Give play
and
by
like-
plays of what's
yeah,
going
yeah.
on.
Let him be a manager, ring announcer, referee. Like I like to see Garn in some stripes.
Oh man,
Very
me
nice.
too. Me too.
Yeah, but Bakley they confirmed though. Ricky Starks wrestled at Hog wrestling against
okay.
Santana. So that
Yep,
was
I just saw it. Yep,
Yeah.
I just googled it too. Yep, I
Nice.
saw it.
This also might be my last one too. Winner, believe it or not, guys, is that dude Omas,
yes, so much.
right?
He's-
And Noah doing his
Yeah.
thing, killing four dudes at one time.
Listen,
I mean, that's all it took was him to be a giant. You know what I'm saying?
we have confirmation that Omas can take 4 men at once. That's all I
Yes.
needed to know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You crazy.
Shout out, shout out to
Whoa.
shout out to
Whoa.
Jay Henry in the chat. Evening, gentlemen. He says, "Evening to you, Henry." Is
Hey,
it Joe Henry? Did we say his name? He appeared.
he did. I think it's his brother Joel, though. Joel.
Joel Henry?
Joel.
Joel.
Jamal Henry.
Jamal Henry. It's not we believe. We wish. We wish.
Bakley says Omas is one half of the GHC tag champ.
Yes. He's a tag team
Yes.
champ. Look at that.
Look
Look
at
at
that tag
that,
team
man.
wrestling.
Yeah.
I bet you AJ Styles said, "Hey man, after this, go to Noah. Okay, go to Noah.
Mm.
Yeah, well, if you get released,
Yeah.
go to Noah."
He probably got AJ Styles on speed dial. I'm like, hey,
He
man,
probably
where-
he probably hooked him up. He probably got
yeah.
everything
I was like,
hooked up-
where can I
hooked
go
up for-
eat, man? I'm hungry. Everything's in Japanese. I don't understand it.
Could you imagine Alan Jones, AJ, right, talking
Mhm.
in Japanese in that Georgia accent? You know,
I,
and I
how
bet
would
you he
that-
knows too. I bet you he knows how to say it too. You know.
You know that is a question. Can Japanese can Japanese speakers have a Georgia accent, and how would that sound? Like, is there a distinction in the?
I don't know, but I know
Yeah.
AJ Styles does.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And
gotta see that.
yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
And, Dr. Death, Steve Williams, shout
Yeah.
out to him too.
Yeah. Garn, do you have any more winners to losers or?
I'm good now, I think.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Quick winner. The original and only tribal chief. He got back to Ulafala. He is the only tribal chief in WWE. Roman Reigns. Throw up the ones for him. And the loser is the former now stripped of the title Solo Sikoa. He came out to Raw and got the Dominic Mysterio treatment. He couldn't even cut a promo. He just fucking left it to the crowd. So he's gonna be a quick loser, but like he's been a winner ever since WrestleMania because that dude's slowly been rising up the ranks. So shout out to him.
Yeah, facts. I mean, that whole B2K bloodline group is still over, in my opinion.
Timo bloodline.
They still are over. I mean, look at Jacob Fatu's promo that he cut.
Yeah.
Right? He's still over,
Oh, for sure. Bakley says it's weird to see Omos in the stable with Yoshitatsu. You know what? I didn't knew I
is
needed
it though?
that.
I mean, is it really?
But is it really though? Like
I know.
Is he?
If you follow Dragon Ball Z, I mean, it's just Tien and Yamcha. I mean, like
it's Vegeta Nappa.
It's Vegeta.
Oh my god, Vegeta Nappa. Okay.
Oh yeah, Vegeta.
I like that. Hey, you know what? Yoshitatsu was the Bullet Club hunter. You know, like
yeah.
He needs some muscle.
Yeah.
He needs some
respect on him.
He knocked out Sheldon Benjamin on his ECW debut, so shout out to him. He smacked the gold off of the gold standard. Man. But I mean, I got. I'm
that's
all
pretty
out.
much it. That's pretty much it for me too. You know, real quick too. Roman wearing the Kobe 8s. Right?
Yes, shout out.
The first day of Raw on Netflix. The Young Bucks wearing the Spizikes low tops on Russell Dynasty. I think that's it for in my mind right now. But yeah. So shout out to all y'all. Shout out to all of them.
Shout out. Mm-hmm. Okay.
But yeah, I don't have anything for news or fast track or anything because it's pretty much like been, the same shit.
Yeah.
Other than that, should we just get to the reason why we're here?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Go.
And now, Sweaty Session.
Shout out to Big E, man.
Shout out to Big E, man.
Yes.
Because WWE is on Netflix, and they came out a while ago saying a list of original shows that they're gonna do. We have some ideas of some of the shows I think they should put out because they put out some shows and it still kind of looks in that docuseries type. So we thought, a little bit of homage to the WWE Network to come up with our own original content, right?
Okay.
So which one of your homies want to go first?
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna give
content.
I'm gonna give a shout out to my wife. She came out with a funny one. Instead of How I Met Your Mother, it's How I Met Your Papi. Could be the story about how Dominic met his papi. Which one? We don't know.
Yeah, that'd be good. A whole cast of the Judgment Days involved, right?
Yeah.
So that'd be hilarious.
Nice.
Okay,
nice.
So with me, I went a different route, right?
Okay.
Since Netflix has a anime library, right?
Yeah.
I was thinking, why don't they do the Shinsuke Nakamura Chronicles,
Ooh,
right? But in an anime noir Japanese type,
Very nice.
And they could use every person that he's had a feud with, and just create a villain anime-esque out of them, So like obviously like Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, as he gets his quest to whatever the IC title or the championship as the the thing as his main goal. So
I like that. I would have done something akin to like Death Note, but with Shinsuke Nakamura.
Oh yeah, I can see that too.
Something like that would have been cool for sure.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So I interpret this a little differently because for me, when WWE joins a Netflix, sometimes they don't jump in full roster into new shows. So they
Okay.
always like to sprinkle in like special guests in at a Netflix show to kind of open up the like give viewers a taste of what WWE is. So not necessarily. So what I have it planned out as if they're gonna have these wrestlers show up on their shows first
Yeah.
before introducing a new show.
Okay.
So there's currently a show on Netflix called One Piece, obviously the live action.
Yeah.
And it clearly to me this show should have Kyrie Sane in it
Yes.
It's a pirate. She's
as
a
one of the
pirate.
pirates.
Okay, I like that. I like that.
Clearly, that way they can they introduce that character Kyrie Sane to a different audience. Then they could jump in with like a new pirate show for Kyrie Sane.
I
You
like
know?
that.
Oh,
Hey,
Or a
that's
spin-off.
good.
you
of
know
something.
what? You know
That's
what?
good. That's
WWE
good.
should take some initiative and double down on that and re-sign Paul Burchill and get him on the pirate, be a pirate on there too. They should double down. Just
The
re-sign
actual
Paul Burchill
pirate,
for the
the actual-
yeah. Oh
The
man,
actual pirate.
yeah, man.
Oh,
Why not?
man.
Why not?
Hell no.
They could do a new Pirates of the Caribbean on Netflix, and then have Paul Burchill be the new Jack Sparrow.
Oh, dude.
Oh, man.
Pirates of the Backstage.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. Okay. For me, I'd like them to bring back some WWE Network's classics, shows that I thought were fun at the time, and I think you could do more with them. So I liked specifically the ones where you got like interactions with specific wrestlers, and you got to see them like behind the scenes, and see who they are as people. Two of the shows that I thought did a really well job at that was Table for Three, and the other one was
I
WWE
love
Ride
Table.
Along. So I want them to bring back Table for
Classics.
Three and bring back WWE Ride Along. It was fantastic. There were so
Classics.
many fun interactions that you can have right there. I'd love to see a Damage Control Ride Along.
Oh, yeah.
When they were around, I would have loved to see a Judgment Day Ride Along. Like everybody's trying to figure out where to eat, and then Dom's just like, "But do they have chicken tenders though?"
Yeah.
Like they could be trying to find a spot to eat, and then Dom's just like, but I need my chicken tenders, So I would love to see that. Table for Three would be awesome as well to have them sit down and eat. You know what? Go to a Mexican restaurant, have Penta sit down and eating with Rey Mysterio and like Andrade, or you know what, Charlotte Flair. Invite Charlotte Flair. Why not?
Charlotte Floor. Yeah.
Charlotte Flair. Yeah. Like do a table for three with some people. I think it'd be fun. They can have some nice carnitas, some a bistec,
Hey.
tacos de carne asada, enchiladas,
There you go.
sopes, man. Enchiladas.
Talk it.
Everything. Everybody can have an empanada as an appetizer.
Come on now.
Yeah, before it.
No, I feel you. You know what's so funny? I thought they did something similar to that segment where they were doing the Three Kings Day
Mm-hmm.
on WWE. Did you see that?
Yeah. I don't think so. I think I might have
where
missed
they
that.
had like Judgment Day
with the
was there.
rosca. With the rosca.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw
Morgan
that.
was in there. Like a lot of them were in there.
Yeah.
And they were all like trying to figure out who had the king. So in a way, they should just do that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Shout out to Nessa. She joined us in the chat. She's saying, "Hey
Nessa,
y'all."
Shout out.
She's also saying, "See, now you're making me hungry." LOL. Like, yeah, I'm low key kind of hungry too.
It's late night. It's late night eats right now.
Bakley had an
Speaking
idea.
of hungry though. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go.
Go ahead,
No,
go
you go, Goran, and then we'll go back to Bakley.
Well, because you were talking about food with
Yes.
Mexican food, so I had an idea. Well, my original idea was have Dominic Mysterio do a traveling food show, but it's like Bizarre Foods, but with Dominic Mysterio trying bizarre foods that's not a chick, and then you can see him suffering, eating all his food, and then using chicken tenders as his like
as his savior,
His palate cleanser.
savior every time.
Hey, you know what? They should do a Fear Factor and just be Dominic Mysterio. And like he's afraid of heights, put him up somewhere high, put him in a shark cage again, have him try food that isn't chicken tender, so he can't have a chicken tender to like palate cleanse it. Like you can do something together like that. I like that for sure. Byron Cutler is in the chat saying AEW fan base says WWE has no chance in signing Alistair. We're not even talking about Alistair, bro, but good for you.
Yeah, I mean, I could see him staying there. I mean, if it all works out for him, though, for him, you know. Shout out to Lauren. What's good with you?
Shout out to Lauren. Join the chat. Take some shots. Shots all around.
Yeah, all around. Come on now.
Back to Bakley's thing real quick.
What do you say?
He said impractical wrestlers. So I'm assuming like impractical jokers, but with wrestlers. And that reminds me of WWE Swerved.
Yes, the Punk show.
But they should get the copyrights to Punk'd and have CM Punk be the host.
The host?
Oh, yeah.
Let him be the Ashton Kutcher of the show and just host the thing.
No, but what if he takes the next step? Like he's about to go Punk Hulk Hogan, but not really. Yeah. So it's like really he shows up. It's Booker T.
Oh man, we're coming for you, Hogan. We're coming for you, Hogan. Oh man, that's
or Punk is like, oh Hulk Hogan, I got a new place for you to sell your beer. But it's like he's talking at like you know where it's all like inner city kids, and he's like,
oh my god,
okay, my beer, brother.
Oh man, you know what? If CM Punk were to host his own Punk show, he'd probably just focus on like pulling pranks on Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins the entire time.
Yeah, I can see that. I definitely can see that. I can definitely see that.
Nessa's saying, "Why are y'all trying to torture him?" I'm assuming she's referring to Dominic Mysterio, and making him like. Listen, we're not trying to torture our homie. That's our mascot.
That's our guy. That's our guy. Yeah, that's our
Shout
guy.
out to him.
We just know that he would have hilarious like one-liners. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, and the facial reactions, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you remember that thing that he did with the Rhea when she was trying all the Australian food?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And he was trying to not no sell it, but like he was like, you know what? Okay, I kind of fucks with this. I kind of fucks with this.
Yeah.
But at the end, he's like, but I still love chicken tenders.
Listen. That's his first love. I'll respect the man and his first love. Homie Just, what else you got, man?
Okay, so we talked about like all the some of the shows that we like from WWE Network. So some of the shows that I like, I know that we all kind of like this show. Corey Graves would go to different sports events.
Yes.
And he would showcase different sports events like the Kentucky Derby, the beer conference, and everything like that. So it'll be kind of cool if like somebody like Xavier Woods or it'll be a different person going to a convention that they are into. Like if Xavier went to like San Diego Comic-Con, right?
Oh.
Or if like I don't know if Dakota Kai went to like a gaming type of convention.
Oh, that would be fun. Yeah,
it'd be or like you got to see Bianca go to like a weightlifting competition or like something like that they all participated in. Something of that nature, you know what I'm saying, would also bring a lot of eyes, you know?
That's pretty cool.
Because it'd be cool to see like Selena Vega, like you mentioned, like she's doing like costumes and like
oh yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Because she's done so many cosplays, you know?
Yes. Yes.
And then Xavier Woods, Dakota Kai gaming conventions, that'd be fun to see for sure. Hey, you know what? Just like send Rey Mysterio to your local buyer's flea market and like the Mexican ones with all the luchador masks on there. Send them to like the Mexican rodeo or something.
Would Damian Priest have to take everyone to their local strip clubs then?
Ooh, yes,
maybe,
yes.
Maybe.
Let him go back to his NXT gimmick and like jump into like hot tubs with the NXT North American title.
I only brought that up because when WWE was at Complex Con, and we got to see the interviews through the lens of WWE, right?
Yeah.
But we really didn't get that personal side where we got to see the reaction of the people attending the venue react to WWE, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
Like obviously, like, you know, there's people that like that stuff like us, but we wouldn't have known if if we didn't have that side, the other side of it too. But
Hmm.
so it would be kind of cool if they were able to follow them and get their whole journey from the whole thing. You know?
Oh yeah, I'm all for that. I think that'd be cool for sure. Speaking of that, something similar to that, I want them to bring back. You guys remember that show on the WWE Network? It was one of the first shows where it talked about a bunch of different NXT superstars that were coming up and some that haven't
Oh,
debuted.
Breaking Ground.
Breaking
Breaking
ground, yes.
ground, yes.
So they should focus that on like NXT people that don't get a lot of TV time, or the new WWE ID signings. Like we get their stories and whatnot, so
Yeah.
that we can get like a backstory and an emotional investment to the superstars before they make their like NXT or main roster debuts. But keeping it with that line, a classic staple, and like I know we don't refer to the women that like that anymore, but bring back Total Divas, man. I love
Oh,
Total Divas. Bring
Oh,
back Total
finger
Divas.
snaps, finger
Yeah,
snaps.
give me Total
I
Divas again,
I
man.
don't care what anybody says, right? Total Divas was a fun show to watch, especially if you're like us, like because you the only way to see behind the scene footage is through
Mhm.
that show,
Oh yeah, it was
right?
so fun.
It was so cool to see, like even if it was like 5 seconds of them going through a match,
Hmm.
it was like that was just enough. It's like okay, you got to see them talk about it and everything like that,
Yeah,
aside all the melodrama, but it brought it brought a lot of women into WWE.
100% for sure.
You
Yeah.
know,
Um,
My wife, she wasn't watching WWE at all, but she watched Total Bellas and she watched Total Divas, and she
yeah.
knew about Natalia. She knew about Naomi, the Bellas, and Paige, everyone. She knew about all the women around that time that were on Total Divas. So that when we were dating, and she started getting into like watching wrestling, I think if I'm not mistaken, it was WrestleMania 38 when Cody returned to WWE. Ever since that was her first WWE show that she started watching us
Mm.
with us. Ever since then, she's like been able to keep up with a lot of it because she knew a lot of these wrestlers, women wrestlers from Total Divas, and it really did help.
Oh yeah, same thing with Char. So she wasn't sure. I mean, she knows, but she
Hmm.
liked the aspect of the melodrama and like the behind the scenes stuff with the
Yeah.
Bellas and everybody else.
Oh, for sure.
So
Okay. Okay.
yeah, bring back Total Divas. But who would you cast real quick?
Ooh. Okay. Okay.
Who would be like your five that you would cast?
Okay. Number one,
And
you
would it be
gotta have.
called Total Divas? Would it be called Total Divas?
It's just, you can call it Total Divas. It's fine.
Okay,
It's the
okay, okay.
brand. It's the brand. It's the brand.
It's the brand.
well,
Okay, okay.
It's a brand. One, you gotta have to follow Chelsea Green. I want to follow Chelsea
Oh
Green
yeah,
all
come
around.
on,
I want to know exactly what the fuck
come
she's
on,
doing. She's
come
hilarious.
on,
Mommy Rhea Ripley. I
come
need
on.
her for sure.
mhm.
100% need Rhea Ripley on there.
It'll
Bianca
be a
Belair.
nice. It'll be a nice
Yes, yeah.
contrast
Yeah.
with Rhea Ripley. So
Oh,
it'll
for
be a nice
sure.
contract for Total Diva.
Yeah. Like I said, Bianca. Gotta bring her on there.
That's a must. That's a must.
That's a must, And you gotta have like a staple from back in the days. Bring back Naomi, and if you bring in Naomi, you're gonna have Jimmy Uso shenanigans.
Yeah.
So I'm all for that. So that's four right there. And
Nia
as from
Jax.
no, is TC in the chat? If TC's in the chat, I'll say Nia Jax. If he's not, then I'll say someone else.
Why is that the because
No,
because she was a big character on Total
she
Divas.
was, she was,
Yeah,
she was. Okay,
her and Alexa Bliss. Her and Alexa Bliss.
no, number five, I'm gonna give it to Liv Morgan. I think Liv Morgan is fun because
Yes,
if you include Liv Morgan,
yes.
you get Daddy Dom.
You get that. See,
So Liv, Rhea, Bianca, Naomi, and Chelsea Green. Those are my five peeps
right?
that I would have on there.
No, yeah,
Okay.
I like that. I like that. I don't think I could compete. I don't think maybe if you had I don't know who if I would switch out, but maybe Maxine.
Oh, Maxine would be fun.
Just because she's someone that might benefit the
Yeah.
most out of being on the show like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Bakley saying put the Celtic workouts in a bigger platform. Yes, I love Sheamus's workout show.
Yeah.
I was gonna go there. I was gonna say that.
He's like, or maybe add a different twist to it, something like that. Uh, we're not gonna read Bakley's last comment because I'm gonna save that because that's actually one of my answers for the next round.
Okay,
So
okay,
so
okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
we'll pivot over to Garn if Garn
Okay.
has more.
Well, I have to fact check you,
Okay.
Vince. There
Yes.
is a new type of Breaking Ground show from WWE.
Okay.
It's called WWE Next Gen. It's 8 episodes as a documentary. It's on Roku only though right now, but
Oh, that's
it's kind of like a Tough Enough, but it's more of a documentary feel of like 8 people
yes, you're
trying to.
right. I saw
Yeah.
that. I saw that where Triple H is the host or whatever or something. Like he's in the show at least.
Triple H is on it, but then Cena shows up, Big E's in it, but then at the end, I think only one person got hired out of a tryout. So essentially, it was like a
Okay.
tryout of for these.
Okay. So like that, but
NLs.
I'd rather have it with like the WWE ID signings or NXT
Yeah.
talent, preferably. Because
Gotcha.
yeah, that's cool and all, but I'd rather
Yeah.
just them
Yeah.
it be them.
But my episode idea, this is also taking effect with an existing Netflix show. There was a show that was popular by Stephen Yoon and what's her name? What's the comedian's name?
Ali Wong.
What's her name? Shoot, Ellie Wong. Yes. It's
Yeah,
Ellie
Ali
Wong.
Wong.
Yeah,
Ali
Ali
Wong.
Wong.
You talk about beef? You talk about beef?
Yeah. So
Oh.
they're releasing a second season with completely different characters,
Mm-hmm.
but the same idea of 2 people randomly getting into beef or getting into an argument and escalating. So
Yeah.
this is clearly a Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan third season.
Okay, I like that. Okay,
but instead of in a wrestling ring, maybe something outside, like just something minor, and then just break off and talk about their stories, personal, like a different personal story outside.
Okay. They can shoot it in the Judgment Day clubhouse.
Yeah.
With the PS5 in the background, like
Yes.
like Carlito and JD are playing at 2K25 and shit.
Exactly.
Oh man. Jay Hendry in the chat saying his 5 women he would pick is Bianca, Jade, Chelsea Green, Selena, and Tiffany Stratton. I love Tiffany Stratton. I didn't think of Tiffany.
Oh yeah, Tiffany Stratton. That would have been a
Stratton.
good pickup too.
That would have been a good pickup. What about you?
Okay,
Jess?
so hear me out, right? We all seen the show Ugly Betty, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Right, where she goes into a big fashion show and she's like an intern or whatever, right? Okay, well, this is not a love story, but it's on the essence is it's that like this intern trying to live up to the big boss, right? So we're following the intern of Shawn Michaels on NXT, right? So the show's called
Okay.
Showstopper, right?
Ooh.
And basically, you're the intern for Shawn Michaels. You're like basically helping him get NXT ready, and it's all like funny shenanigans, and you trying to live up to HBK and the coach's standards, and all these like quirky things that can be happening. I thought that they attempted something like this before, but they
Right.
never brought it to. It never got greenlit. But I'm
Mhm.
thinking that's one way to do it, right? Because then you're also bringing in the casual fans who
Yeah.
like that, the Office, the Park and Recreation type style,
Yes.
show. And this way, it's not really tied to a wrestler, but it's about a guy working in the wrestling business who has like no idea,
Okay, I like that for sure.
Okay.
Okay. Here's an idea. You guys remember back in the day, it used to air on VH1 Behind the Music,
Yes.
and then
Come on.
they
Come
did
on.
like a parody of it on The Simpsons, Behind the Laughter. Okay, what if they did one based on like masked wrestlers and call it Behind the Mask?
Yes.
And talk about the history of their
I'm
mask,
down.
like
I'm
and like a
down.
little, like it's kind of
Nice.
like a docu series, but it's also like a little tongue in cheek thing. Like you could have Sami Zayn talk about the history of El Generico and what have you. Like you have Penta, you have Dragon Lee, you have Rey Mysterio. Those are masked wrestlers. Santos Escobar, he used to be El Hijo del Fantasma as well.
Yeah.
Andrade used to be La Sombra. So you have masked wrestlers as well.
What's his name? God, he's a wrestler right now. He does like all the booking, but he was Tiger Mask for a little while.
Tiger Mask.
Yeah, because there's a
Eddie
couple
Guerrero?
people there.
Black
Eddie
Tiger?
Guerrero, right?
Well, Eddie Guerrero was the Black Tiger Mask.
Ooh.
He wasn't
Jericho?
like the actual Tiger Mask, but he was like the rival. But like there's a Rocky Romero. was Tiger
Rocky
Mask.
Romero,
Okay.
yes.
So like, there's a bunch
Oh.
of people that had been Tiger Mask, so then you
Yeah.
can tell the story about living the hype of this iconic icon. You know what
I
I'm
like
saying?
it. I like it for sure. Bagley says Cammy and KO show the next evolution of Keenan and Kel. You know what? I'm for that shit. I'm for that shit.
Bakley?
Yes, Bagley, you got something there, bro. You got something there.
Yeet.
Yeet, for sure, for
Yeet.
sure. Okay. For me, I gotta bring in some wrestling stuff, and I'm a big tournament dude. You know, I do my yearly wrestling March Madness on my YouTube channel. I want 3 tournaments back. I want the Mae Young Classic back.
Come on, please.
I want the Cruiserweight Classic back,
Come on.
Mhm.
and I want Mixed Match Challenge back.
Oh,
Yeah.
I gotta have those tournaments back, man. Come on,
For sure.
come on.
come on.
Like
Come on.
Liv and Dom, that would have been the team for sure.
Yeah.
Damian Priest and Kaden Carter.
Mhm.
Come on, man.
Yeah, you could do
Yeah.
those
Dude, and then
teams.
Miz and Asuka could reunite and get that
Yes.
title that they should have got before, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
You could do you could do Bianca and Montez.
You could do
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know, Jada Parker
That's a
and
lot.
Jay Uso. I don't know. I
What?
heard that's a, I heard that's a thing. I heard that's a thing. I heard that's a thing.
might be.
I heard that's a thing. I don't.
Okay. I like that. I don't think I can top that one. I think we'll just move on.
It's a 4 couple tournament there. We're stopping there.
But yeah. You know what? I love the Mae Young Classic. I thought it was a great way to introduce
Same.
younger talent into NXT talent, and then like indie talent as well. Cruiserweight Classic did the same thing, even though we only had the one. That was fantastic. It was the only time we had Kota Ibushi and Zack Sabre Jr. in a WWE ring.
What night, bro?
Yeah.
What could have been?
one
What could have been if
night.
they signed? Man, that would have been fantastic.
And don't
just
forget
keep
the
Enzo Amore away
performance
from
that
it.
Cedric Alexander had during the
Oh
tournament.
yes. Shout out to TJP, the very first ever
The
Filipino cruiserweight champion.
That's right.
Shout out.
Never forget.
Never forget. And you guys had the interview too on Getcho. You guys can still check it out on the Spotify.
Yeah, come on. It's an old episode. Check it out. We talked about
retro,
it.
retro,
It's
classic.
a retro one, you know?
Okay.
Classic.
What else y'all got?
Go ahead.
I got one. Well, this is. I feel sorry for Nessa because I keep pulling dirty Dominic on this, but if you remember the show Dirty Jobs, obviously it makes sense to have it called Dirty Doms.
Oh my
But
god!
have Dominic do all these jobs America, like nasty jobs that America has.
Oh my
And
god!
then you could
You know what? I don't hate it.
I'm
I don't
sorry.
hate it. More Dom content is not bad
More
content.
Dom
Why?
content is
Because
good content.
he's gonna brush it off at the end anyway, you know.
Yeah, exactly. He rises to the occasion.
And then he's gonna use it against him. Like you're gonna disrespect me. I cleaned up your toilets.
I scooped your poop. Come on.
Right. Just how like he was using the whole jail. Like I'm from the streets now. You know.
Yeah. He'll be the new cleaner instead of Kenny Omega.
Shoot.
The cleaner,
look
Dirty
at
Dominic
cleaner.
Mysterio. Look at
Well,
that.
what's
look
the? How
at
do you say it in Spanish? How do you say cleaner in Spanish?
that. Limpiador.
Limpia.
Ooh. Late night with LA Knight. Yeah.
Hey.
I like
do
that.
you guys remember early Cartoon Network? They had Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
Yeah. Yes. I
Yeah,
remember.
it could be like that. Late night with LA Knight, just him interviewing like non-wrestling celebrities, and then asking them wrestling questions. You know.
Yes. Okay. Here's one. I just thought about it. You know how like Scarlett and Shotzi have that horror show on YouTube?
Yeah.
Bring that on there.
Come on.
Yes.
It could be like their Ghost Files or whatever it was. Whatever that show was.
NC-17. Make that NC-17 and we're good.
There
Make
you
that
go, there you
NC-17.
go. I'm all for it. Okay. What do you guys think? They do. You were talking about like winners being all the Latinos on WWE programming. You know, you have TNA as well. They got Latinos over there as well. Why don't we do a telenovela, like a Netflix telenovela with all these luchadors, all these little loves? Like, look, you got Damian Priest, Kaden Carter right there. That's one love triangle right there.
Come
You
on.
have the Liv Morgan, retell the Liv Morgan, Dominic Mysterio, Rhea Ripley stuff on there.
Come on.
You know, the bitter love hate relationship between Roxanne Perez and Bailey Martinez.
Right. If we're you're talking about telenovela, right? We're talking about
Yeah,
all Latinos.
yeah.
Bobby Lashley and what's her name? Lana. Bobby Lashley and Lana.
Bobby Lashley and Lana. Well, Lana, I think they're both in AEW. I don't know if Lana still
Oh,
is or not,
see?
but
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, okay, okay,
so
okay.
so
True,
maybe
true,
maybe
true.
maybe we can't do that one.
Maybe we have to
But
might revisit that somewhere down the line.
yeah,
But
yeah, Stephanie Vaquer, throw her in there. Lola Vice. You can. Oh, you know what? Give Lola Vice her own telenovela and call it Vice City. Just
yeah,
call it Vice
yeah.
City. Vice City stories.
There you go. Her
Yeah,
her all her problems with Carmen Petrovic. You know what I'm saying?
there you go. And Jada Parker. You know.
And Jada Park and
Hey,
and Dania, what's her name? Ashanti Diadonis. All their
Ashanti
problems.
the
That's
Adonis.
the
Yeah,
Adonis,
all,
yeah.
all the love stories, all the melodramatic stuff. Throw it on there.
I like that. This is my last one. Okay, so it's you know how they have Dark Side of the Ring and all that, right? Dark Side of
Yeah.
Comedy, right?
Uh huh.
I feel like they should definitely tell this story. I think it's about time. NXT has been around since what 2014,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's time to tell the dark side of the lot, the NXT parking lot, right?
uh,
Who hit Hideo Tommy? Who hit him?
yeah.
Right?
We need that. We need
We
to figure
never
out.
know. Nobody never knew, right? The
Yeah.
multiple jumping between what that group outside the mud and all them,
Mm-hmm.
right? Jade Cargill, right? Got hit in the parking
Yes.
lot. Ray
Everyone.
Ripley got
Rhea
hit up in the
Ripley.
parking lot,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
Come
Everyone,
on,
man.
man. Come on.
Like Tony D
Tony D got hit in
abducted
the
so many
parking lot.
people in the parking lot, stuffed them in their trunks.
It's about time to tell that story. It's about time to
Hey,
tell
you
that
know,
story.
put that NXT anonymous footage to get used. Like, put that on there and whatnot. Okay, okay. I got one more.
Okay.
Gordon, do you have any more?
I got one more, but
Okay,
I
go
feel
for
like
it. Go
it's
for it.
obvious. But Rhea Ripley needs to host Ink Master. Oh, season.
Oh,
Yes,
good
I like
one.
that. Hell
Good
Either Rhea
yeah.
Ripley or
one.
Shotzi
Good
has to
one.
host. Has to host.
Shotzi,
Shotzi should
Rhea
definitely be on
Ripley,
there. Right.
Ray for sure. You got to throw him in
Randy
there.
Orton, right?
Randy Orton, Aleister Black, if he does sign with WWE, bring him back on there, throw him in
Apparently,
there.
there's no chance. Apparently, there's no chance.
Apparently, there's no chance in hell.
Apparently, there's no chance. But no, that's a good one, Garn. Ink Master for sure. For
Mhm.
sure.
Okay. Okay. This is not an original content, but I think these are shows that are staples and classics in WWE programming throughout the years. And we've gotten a lot of great wrestlers through these two competitions. Just put them exclusively on Netflix. Bring back Tough Enough and bring back the Diva Search.
The Diva Search?
Yeah, bring back the Diva Search, man. You know, it's okay. Look. I'm all for women's wrestling. That's cool. Women empowerment. But there's also a place for like the Chelsea Greens and the
For the
Maxine
Divas.
Duprees
Okay.
and the Divas eras, the Scarlet Bordeaux, all the like. We can have a mixture of everything. We can have our cake and eat it too. You know why choose? Why choose?
Listen, I'm not gonna
This
yuck
is
your
so.
yums. I'm not gonna yuck your yums.
Listen,
You
this is
know,
so country buffet. You know, if you don't want the chocolate cake, if you don't want the slice of pizza, you know, there's the chicken tenders, the French fries, the steak, the chicken. You know, you got a little bit of everything. Throw it all in there. Tough Enough is for the actual in ring stuff. Diva Search, you know, they could, you know what, they can modernize it. They could do actual like Tough Enough style stuff, but
right.
exclusively for women. You know, like they could do like instead of Diva Search, they could be like Superstar Search or something like that, but it's exclusively to women or something. You know,
Right.
you can
Definitely
expand it
definitely
upon
a
it.
little bit more legitimate contest
Look,
choices. You
we've
know.
had good characters come from the Diva Search. Candice Michelle,
Yeah.
Maria Kanellis, the Bella Twins,
Summer Rae, I
Maurice,
think, right? Was Summer Rae
Summer
on
Rae, I
there?
think might have been in there as well.
Layla.
Yeah,
Layla, right? You know,
Layla for sure. I think Michelle McCool as
Michelle
well.
McCool.
Yeah, so like just because they're coming up through there doesn't mean that they can't get to where they need to get to.
Was
You know?
Naomi through the Diva Search?
No, I don't think so. Not that I recall. She was in NXT when they were doing the competition show.
Oh, okay, okay. But AJ Lee was from NXT or the Diva Search?
Also NXT. I think it was
NXT.
season 3 of NXT. It
When they
had
were doing
AJ
it on the
Lee.
show and shit. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah. Okay,
So you know
okay.
what? Do it something like that. Like it could be Superstar Search or something like that. It's kind of like that. You know, you can't call it NXT anymore because it's its own brand. But you could
Right,
do like
right.
Superstar Search. You know, like one season it's women, one season it's men. You could do Tough Enough where it's like both. You know, like. But I like that style of TV show programming, reality TV, especially when they did it with Tough Enough, the last one, where it's kind of like Big Brother, where they're all camping out in the same house. I thought that was kind of cool.
Okay.
So I mean, Tough Enough's brought us in like a lot of great wrestlers like John Morrison, The
Oh, dude.
Miz,
Yeah.
you know, Maven, Nydia, all those came through Tough Enough.
God, what's her name?
Daniel Peter? Oh no, sorry.
What's her
You said her.
Well,
My fault.
no, what's her name? She was part of Toxic Attraction. She was a leader.
Mandy Rose.
Mandy Rose. She was through
Yeah,
she
through
was through
Tough Enough as well. She's someone that would have came up through Tough Enough or the Diva Search.
Yes, that's true. I forgot
Yeah.
who she was in a class. Oh, Sonya Deville was on through Tough
Sonya
Enough.
Deville was in Tough Enough, man.
There's also another person.
Chelsea Green was in Tough Enough.
Chelsea
Yes,
Green. There's
she was.
also another person with the last name Dream.
Yeah.
You know, but
Uh-huh.
yeah.
American Dream.
No, I don't think Dustin Rose was on that.
the purple. and white.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all I got. The
No,
only
I
other
like
thing I
those.
can
That-
think
that was
of is
definitely
like
a good idea. Yeah.
the only other thing I can think of is like bringing those A&E shows to Netflix, like WWE Legends, WWE Rivals, WWE Most Wanted Treasures, stuff like that. Those are already established shows. Maybe like once they air on A&E, the replays can be on Netflix or something. I don't know. Like those are good. I like the
I like
episodes. Yeah, I like the
like
episodes, especially like when Dom's trying to track down Eddie Guerrero's lowrider and is trying to like haggle with the dude on the price of the lowrider.
are you talking about Hidden Treasures?
Yeah, Most Wanted Treasures. Yeah, that's what that's the show. Yeah.
Yeah. That's that's a show that's near and dear to my heart. Yeah, Hidden Treasures for sure.
Hosted by Justin Santos.
Good show. But yeah, no, but you know, another show that I thought that they might do. Do you remember when WWE used to have cooking series on like YouTube?
Yes.
Remember, like Usos would do one.
Mhm.
I think Booker T did one. I think later on Dana Brooke did a couple. Bring
Mhm.
down those. You know, how do they stay fit? What type of meals are they preparing? You know.
I like that. You know what? Rehire Baron Corbin and have him do his smash burgers. On
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Like on the grill with Corbin.
There. Yeah.
You know, who
Yeah.
needs Bobby Flay? We got Baron Corbin. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, if that's it, guys, I think it's
Yeah.
it's time
I think-
to hit up Chinatown. So shout out if you know, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, Garn, obviously, you know, thank you for joining us. You're always the
Thank
man
you.
here,
Yeah.
the real
Like-
you know, search guy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Google
The real
Garn,
rock and
the-
roller late night Garn. Because that's the only time we get them is late nights.
Oh yeah.
Hey. But yeah, Vince, tell the homies what you got going on.
Yeah, you know what? I want to go ahead and give a shout out to Smackin' and Raw. Since they came back in the new year, they're doing like recap shows after, like post shows for WWE content. We're no longer covering AEW over there, but we're doing Raw flicks on Mondays after Raw. We're doing at Triple NXT on Tuesdays, and we're doing Smacking It Down with Smacking It Raw on Fridays. And again, we're gonna do Smasher Pass at WWE PLEs. We won't be doing anything for Saturday night's main event, but we'll be doing something for the Rumble next week, so stay tuned for that. Shout out to Wallet Media. I've joined Wallet Media, so now I'm part of like 3-4 different podcasts now. I'm doing
Let's
Wallop.
go.
Yeah, we're doing Wallop Rewind with Rylan Turner. So I'm now his co-host on there. So next month in February, we're gonna be doing, if I'm not mistaken, it's gonna be NXT Rival, where the main event was Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn for the NXT title. It had the 4 Horsewomen Fatal 4-Way match.
Yes,
And of course, we had, Finn Balor versus Adrian Neville, among other matches. It was a fun time. We're going to go back and rewind some classic WWE, WCW, ECW, TNA content over there. And of course, You can follow me on YouTube at 606 Universe. Spell out the first 6 if you want to see more countdown videos. If you like that kind of thing.
Dope. And you can find me here at Get Your Podcast on the Twitter, Get Your Podcast on Instagram. Check us, please. Follow us on Instagram. We're trying to build that up as well.
Yeah.
You can always hit me up on that. You can also hit me up on Twitter. Apparently TikTok came back like The Undertaker, you know what I'm saying? Not the version that we wanted, but still a version, right?
Yeah. Hey,
What's going on? What's going on?
Last minute, the Samoan Watchman. What's up, my Usos? You see my man in the corner store over there. And the bodega.
That's
Canned
right.
meat
That's right.
section is my spot. He said, "You know what, Just? I know you got some canned meat over there for sure."
Come on, I got that. I also got the bevs. If you want the bevs, you know what I'm saying. I got that too.
Give him that lechon.
The lechon, the sazon, everything. The adobo seasoning. I got that all.
Yeah, man.
But you can also find us here on Circle Debate Network. You could, they got every show watch along from Monday through Friday, even do PLEs on Saturday as well. I'm pretty sure they're going to be doing a Saturday night main event this Saturday as well. This is the only place that you can find Getcho's video on is here, mostly Wednesdays after the Dynamite watch long.
Sure.
But yeah, Culture Class shout out, the Cafeteria shout out. You already know Marks and Mike shout out.
Getcho 316 on YouTube. Subscribe, like, and turn on bell notifications over there.
That's right. Getcho 316 on YouTube, please. Like my homie Vince said, also follow us there too. We're trying to build it up. We're trying to build up things, trying new things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah. So with that said, guys, stop listening to Snoop and Nelly.
Shout out to Ice Cube. Oh man, hit that line, Just.
Let's get out of here, homies. Konnichiwa, bitches.